Marcel, how good did it feel, that first deep ball, getting right to Craver, and what led to y'all's awesome start offensively?
I felt really good. I was actually kind of disappointed that Florida got the ball first because I knew what the first play was going to be. But yeah, we've been practicing that all week, and I put it up there, and Mario ran right under it and caught it. And then Coach called a QB run the very next play. Offensive line made some great blocks, and I got in there. So it was fun to have a quick start like that. Kind of had to bounce back. Defense gave him a touchdown, so we had to get one. Just try to keep the game close a little bit. Definitely couldn't let them start faster than us. So that's what it was.
How do you think you guys responded to Moss going down and them kind of going back and forth, offense kind of trading shots?
Yeah, defense. The game of defense started to pick up on both sides a little bit, and when Lev went down, obviously we have other running backs that when your name's called, you got to be ready. Rube had a great game last week, and he was ready to go in this week, and then Amari Daniels, and E.J. Smith were all ready to go as well. So that's really the name of the game. When somebody goes down, we always have people to come in.
Right side middle to Christy from the AP, and then go Tony and Travis.
Understanding that you guys certainly have a lot higher goals, what does it mean to you to be one of the few remaining undefeated teams at this point in the season?
Yeah, definitely means a lot. The target on our back is definitely getting bigger, and we're just focused on going 1-0 each and every week. So whatever it is next week, we gotta try to prepare for the best type of game on Saturday again. So we're not really worried about this win anymore. We're gonna celebrate it tonight, but tomorrow we're back to work.
After taking care of business at home, what will be the challenges of playing 3 straight weeks on the road?
I think just sticking to our character as a football team, not really letting anything change us. Obviously, the environment's going to be different, but when the ball's spotted, we play football. That's what it is, and it doesn't matter where it is. So, like I said, we're just going to go out there and execute what we're going to practice all week, and be prepared for any team that comes in front of us.
Let's go right side front to Tony and then Travis.
Marcel, cleanest football game for you guys. 3 penalties for 30 yards. As a leader of this team, what did you see from this group, and just how impressed were you with you guys' discipline tonight?
Yeah, like you said, just discipline. I mean, I'm sure a lot of my teammates don't want to lose their money. Y'all heard what Elko said, so 3 penalties is enough, I guess. But obviously, we want that to be 0. But making it able to play a cleaner game like that is definitely fun. It doesn't put you back behind the sticks, and gives us opportunities to convert on third downs.
Marcel, y'all entered this game top 5 team. You had a team above y'all lose. Does it feel like the season is starting to shuffle itself out, and y'all are separating yourselves from the pack a little bit?
I mean, as a football player of Texas A&M, I think that we're separating ourselves for sure. The people outside of here may not think that, and might not talk about us as well as they talk about other teams, but that doesn't matter to us. We're worried about us and how we control our play each and every Saturday, how we go into practice, our preparation, and that's going to be what it is for the remainder of the season. And we're just excited to keep doing what we're doing because we're having fun right now.
And how have you seen the defense kind of grow over the last 3 games, especially in the second half?
Yeah, I think the defense has started to find their identity a little bit. I feel like they're communicating a lot better, and they're making stops and giving us more opportunities to get on the field and put up points. So we really appreciate them for doing that because that gives us more opportunities for sure.
Let's go left side. We'll go with Alex, Aaron, and Olin.
What have you seen from your offense these last 2 weeks in the fourth quarter, particularly? You guys being able to take close games and make them into convincing victories.
Yeah, I think as an offense, we know how to control the game and, control the ball when it's in our hands. We do that in practice every week, and we practice just, kind of milking the clock and, running it down their throats and just playing hard-nosed football. A win is a win, and sometimes it may be ugly. It's not fancy all the time, but, now we're 6-0, so.
Hey Marcel, a little over a year ago you made your first start against Florida, and now here you are again a little over a year later, kind of coming full circle. Just what do you say is the biggest things you've learned in this little more than a year?
That game last year was a little bit different because it was week 3 for sure, and it was an away game in the swamp. I've said this before, I don't really get nervous before games, but, that game definitely felt a little bit different from this one just because, like I've talked about before, I didn't have a full off season with my offense, and, it wasn't a home game. But, this year was just a little bit different. We were prepared for them, and, I prepared at the front of this offense a little bit as a starter. And I knew what I was going to get from Florida's defense, and we executed everything that we could tonight.
Let's go front row to Olin and then Aiden to wrap us up.
Yeah, Marcel, was there any frustration at all to go out and score so quickly on 3 drives and then kind of stall a little bit, or do you just look at the end result and say, hey, we had 34 points and a win, and that's good enough? Just thoughts on that.
Yeah, not too much frustration. I mean, it happens. It's happened before, and as a quarterback, I kind of have to stay calm and keep everybody else calm as well, because it's not always going to be sunshines and rainbows. You're not going to score every possession. You want to score every possession, but it doesn't work like that all the time. We're in the SEC, and it's going to be hard-nosed football. So, it gets, I guess, frustrating at times, but, you kind of have to erase it and, go to the next play. That's been what we've done all year, because not everything's going our way, and we've found ways to win, like I said.
Left side middle to Aiden from Student Radio.
As a leader of this team, what did this game mean to you in the sense that, Coach Elko said this is the best game that y'all have played together as a team and had that cohesion that y'all have been looking for?
Yeah, it means a lot. We practiced for this, and, you see it day in and day out. A lot of guys stay late for meeting just to understand the game plan a little bit better. We're always up here at 7 o'clock, maybe even earlier, getting treatment and meeting and then going to practice. But, after practice, after class, people are coming back up to the facility after hours so that we can, be our best selves on Saturdays. And I think that's what it takes. We're preparing the right way, and, we're going out there and putting good football on film. So really proud of this team, and, we're playing together offensively and defensively, and, it's going to put us a long way.
All right, that's a wrap. Thanks, Marcel.
Thank you.